Katz, 239-9393. Facebook, Tony Katz Radio. That's where you go and like the page. I want to do my best here to answer the question that can't be answered. And emotional people out there and angry people out there, angry about what happened at Parkland, the murder of 17 people, and they were murdered, can't grasp this. And I have had people yelling at me and screaming at me, people who work in the same building that I do, people all around the country. Why do you need an AR-15? Answer the question. And when I explain to them that that's not the question, they will then start screaming, he can't answer the question. He's avoiding the issue. He loves guns more than he loves children. Oh, my. The anger that people feel out of taking a look at Parkland and 17 people murdered is very real. We shouldn't deny that. No one should. These kids didn't deserve to die. These adults didn't deserve to be murdered. There's a suspect, Nicholas Cruz, who admits it all. The fascination with violence, the killing of animals. All of it. He admits to it. We know that the FBI dropped the ball. It can't be denied. The Miami field office was never given the tip from January 5th. Never given the tip. So therefore, they couldn't act on it. 40 some days later, 17 people are murdered on Valentine's Day. I mean, there's a whole story of this guy, Nicholas Cruz. Opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. So the murder of 17 people should make people emotional. I get that. It should make you sad and sick and disgusted and ask what's going on. I get that too. But emotional outbursts are not policy. And people are forgetting that. They think that because they've got some emotion to it, that somehow they get to speak. I've seen people say, I went to Parkland. Okay, that doesn't make you more of an expert. You might have more of an emotional attachment to this was your school, but it doesn't make you an expert. It doesn't give you more say in policy of what America should do. It doesn't. It never, ever will. I want to at least try to answer the question and do it as quickly as I can. I've got a piece that will be up soon on this subject. The idea of asking, why do you need an AR-15, is emotional pablum. It's not a question that is legitimate to ask because no man, no woman, no citizen, no human being ever has to ask the question, why do you need when it comes to their safety and security? And that the right to keep and bear arms is well documented and well written in the United States Constitution doesn't mean that the right comes from man to protect and defend oneself. It comes from nature and nature's law. I have the right. I actually believe I have the responsibility to defend myself and the ones I love and defend them in all the ways possible. The AR-15 is a platform. It's a long rifle. And because it looks scary to some, they decide that it somehow is the reason for all of these shootings. It is not the reason for these shootings. It's not like the One Ring. This isn't The Hobbit. And everybody is drawn to it. That's not the way it works. We have to accept the fact that you don't ever get to ask, why do you need? That could be asked. That is the question asked by tyrants and accepted by slaves the world over. William Pitt the Younger is really the quote there. The whole idea of necessity, right? That necessity is the plea for every infringement of human freedom. It is the argument of tyrants. It is the creed of slaves. You never have to explain why you need to protect and defend yourself. Why do you need an AR-15 to do it? It's a semi-automatic weapon, just like the Smith & Wesson M&P Performance Center that sits on my hip. It's a semi-automatic weapon. No one's using that in warfare. Stop calling it an assault rifle. It's not an assault rifle. There is no such thing as an assault rifle. Let's be perfectly clear. If you stab somebody, it's an assault knife. If you punch somebody, it's an assault. The term assault rifle is just there to scare people. Reasonable, rational people can have a conversation about what to do, and we should have a conversation about what to do. But we have to talk about the causes. The gun, the platform, the AR-15 did not draw these people, whether it be Nicholas Cruz or Lanza or anybody else, to commit these acts. That's not the way it went down. That isn't the way it happened. It's not. What happened is that there's an underlying cause, whether that be medical in terms of prescriptions or psychiatric drugs or things like that. It has to do with a society that has given up resilience and perseverance and needs to reinstitute those things in society. It is absolutely, as I see it, a cultural issue. Gun crimes are down, but mass shootings are up. We need to ask why and get to the underlying causes. The AR-15 didn't cause it. But as to why I need, the answer cannot be given. Because to give the answer would be to tell those people that they have a right to judge me, and they don't. That they have a right, that they somehow have dominion over me, and they don't. They have no dominion over me whatsoever. They don't get to decide what I use for my protection and the protection of ones I love. The real question that has to be asked is what's causing these people to want to kill others? Cause is the issue. Need is the wrong question. And now you know. Traffic and Matt Bear. What's going on, Matt?
On the northeast side, we have a crash eastbound 465 right 2 lanes.